Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Wilson. Being chased out left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Cook now off the read option. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Patriots at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 45 on second down, Oladokin. Hunter Henry brings it in. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Oladokin into the air on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Oladokin off the play fake. Rolling to his left. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They go play action, and now here's Oladokin. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oladokin on 1st and 10. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
These two teams all tied after one. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Pats are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now Oladokin, 3rd and long. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth puts it off, and the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oladokin fakes a give. Now he'll throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Pushes him over. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 30. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. To throw, Oladokin. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Oladokin now out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Second quarter in Cleveland, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again is Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mo Alley Cox, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Patriots are going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down with Oladokin. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. It's Oladokin on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Oladokin. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Oladokin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Oladokin. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake, Oladokin rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a solid run down inside the 30. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pats have retaken a third-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Isabella now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead is all. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by David Long. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Chris Oladokun keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in the stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They go play action, and now here's Oladokun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Caden Stearns. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. Room here to run. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Oladokin. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Oladokin on 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
And it'll be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Pats are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Oladokin. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.